Alright people, welcome to Choco Millionaire. I'm going to do this quick video, probably in about 5 minutes. I have a brother here with me. He's my senior brother. When I say senior brother, he's older than me. Okay? He was working in a very, very good position in Ghana. Very good position, like a comfortable position in Ghana. And at some point, he decided to seek greener pastures by migrating to Canada through the student route. He's been here for the last, let me just go straight to the point. When did you come to Canada? What year?
2019 December.
December 2019.
Yeah, because of COVID, I left again and returned.
You left because of COVID, you left and then you returned back to Canada. When you came, COVID was serious, so you went back to Ghana.
Yeah.
And then for some few months, you came back, right?
I came back 2020 December.
2020. So you left, you came the first time COVID was serious, then you went back to Ghana for almost a year.
I left Canada in June.
You left Canada in June and you came back in December. So you were, you came December 2019, stayed through June 2020.
Yeah.
COVID was serious. You went back to Ghana, stayed for 3, 4, 5 months, and then you came back in December 2020. And since then, you've been here in Canada since then, right?
Yeah.
Recently, you were in Ghana. How long were you in Ghana for?
I was there 1.5 months.
1.5 months, so 6 weeks.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
What month did you go back and what year? To Ghana, your most recent trip to Ghana.
December 2nd. I got to Ghana December 2nd.
So you spent your Christmas and New Year in Ghana.
Yeah.
And you just came back some few days ago.
I came back last week.
Okay. Tell us what what the experience was like. I know you went back to connect with family and stuff. What was it like?
Well, I planned my expenses as to when I get to Ghana, things that I'll be doing, those that I'll be visiting, those that I'll be giving Christmas gifts to. But I was overwhelmed that the expenses was more than what I planned or what I budgeted for. My first experience was when I bought fuel for the same vehicle I was using when I came to Canada. When I was using Ghana when I left to Canada. My first fuel was 730 before the nozzle could shoot up.
You mean you had to pay 730 Ghana cedis?
Yeah.
Before it was filled.
Yeah, not fully, but you know, if you are filling a tank,
it hits it, the nozzle will hit it, and you know that it's getting there.
Yeah, before you continue to fill it to the full brim. So I was like, really, because the same vehicle that I bought for in 2020, it was less than 200 Ghana cedis. So why buying 700 and something? So I decided to rather stay indoor instead of spending much on fuel. Though my wife told me things are expensive in Ghana, but if you are not there in person, the feeling is not as you are there. So I was like, oh, things are expensive. Yeah, even here, things are expensive. But upon reaching there and experiencing it myself, I got to know that no, it's very difficult. So if someone is taking 2,000 Ghana cedis a month, imagine, and you are using one vehicle. Let's say you are using one vehicle. Saloon. Let's use the minimum. Saloon car, 500 Ghana cedis per tank. How much time or how many fuel tanks will you be filling for the month? If it is 4 times in a month, that is 2,000. How much is your salary? So I got to know that those working taking less than 5,000 or less than 10,000, having vehicles and all that, are really doing well. You ask them, how do you do it? They say it's the grace of God. That's what they say. Because if you're able to manage less than 3,000 for the entire month, you have kids, you have family, it's a bit different. So I couldn't stand it. Yeah, I would just say that I couldn't stand it. Things are expensive. My other experience, I was buying plantain chips. I like plantain chips, the brown one. So when I went, I had 1 CD to buy the same plantain chips, the brown one. And the lady said, "Bruh, it's 5 CDs." I said, "No." So I pointed to it and said, "No, that one." I said, "Yes, it's 5 CDs." And she asked, when was the last time I bought one? And I said 2 years ago. I said, oh, even if it was last week, the price has changed. So the plantain chips that we were buying 1 cedi at the time 2 years ago, now it's 5 cedis. So imagine staying in that economy. Things are not, your salary is not increased, but expenses are increasing by the day. Life there is very expensive, and this can even cause a lot of marriages. Yeah, if the man is pressurized by expenses, the woman, there will not be that harmony in the house because of expenses. So that was it. Everything is expensive, bro.
You're also talking about the general ambience, people that you met, and how everybody was just.
Yes, everyone that I see has a request. After greeting, the next thing is, after a long time, you've not seen him for a very long time, the next thing is money. Either the child is going to school, or the mom is here, or the wife is there, you need something, need help. Those that I respect as an adult people, that those days you just greet them and share pleasantries, and not even demanding for something. So you could see that it has gotten to the core. Yeah, it's really, really disturbing. So it was either you stay at home. Even you stay at home, they are getting your number to call. Some are sending you messages about their needs, their fees, their expenses, their rents. You can imagine, And if you don't have it, it's like you are being wicked. You just came from Canada. How can you tell me you don't have it? So what I budgeted for, I've spent more than that. I spent all. Let me say, I spent all. I just came back to live on credit card.
One of our Ghanaian sisters also went back. She said if she converts the dollar to cedis, it goes so fast. She's like, hey, what is it? Now, there is what we call global inflation. So almost everywhere things have gone up. But the reality is that countries in the Western world can better absorb it because there are many, many, many opportunities, right? Yeah. Basically, there are many jobs that when he comes here, he can do 2-3 jobs and get by. Yeah. Back home, the opportunities are very, very limited. People are even fighting to get one job. They talk about 2-3 jobs, it's tight. So it means that the ability to keep up with the expenses and the cost of living is just serious. Now, price control is also very much a big deal here. So when I came to Canada, buying banana for a pound of banana was 57 cents, right? 56 cents when I came to Canada in 2014. If you look at it right now, it's gone up. How much has it gone up? 59 cents. So if you look at it, 2-3 cents more in almost 10 years. But that is not the same scale at which our own goes up. Difference is that here prices are more regulated. Business people cannot just jack up prices like that. They have to be. In fact, there is somebody that monitors how they price things. If it doesn't make sense, the government will actually tell you to bring things down. Back home, we don't have that. Nobody controls nothing. The only area that they control something is what fuel, isn't it? Aside from fuel, those who sell cement, those who sell stuff in the roadside, nobody regulates nobody. So everybody uses their greedy profiteering mindset to just jack things up. And if you live in a system where there is no price control mechanism, consumers are the ones who suffer because the seller of the product decides how much they want you to pay, right? Whilst here, the big stores, there is a heavy regulation, and we buy all our things at the store, so they just cannot just jack things up. It has to match. Basically, there is an inventory where they actually monitor and they check. You have to explain why these prices are just going up like that. Crazy. Right? Like rent. I live in Ontario. As a landlord, I cannot increase rent for more than 1.4%. It's a law. So even though I wish I can just wake up and just jack up rent, I can't. It's been regulated. What happens is that it protects tenants, right? But we live in a place where nobody regulates these things. You know what I mean? The landlord can just double your rent, triple your rent, and nobody really cares. Who suffers? The customer, the ordinary person, right? Anyway, that's his story. And then you also said something that you couldn't wait. You said you got to a point you had to be going out strategically. Because that's when people see you, they ask for money. So.
It it wasn't fun at all.
Mm.
But Ghana is a nice place.
It's a nice place. Yeah, yeah. Assuming everything.
Yeah, managed well. It's a nice place.
I think it's better than Ghana, Canada.
Yes,
it's better than Canada in different ways.
Ghana, I'm paying for what do you call it, vehicle insurance monthly. Here I'm paying $230
A month.
Convert that to Ghana cedis.
That's a lot of money.
It's a year.
It's a year.
Yeah, so life in Ghana could have been better.
If we have the foundations right, isn't it?
Could have been easier.
That's true.
But here they pay it monthly.
Yeah.
The rent we pay here monthly, convert it to that of Ghana.
Yeah.
What can we do?
It's just the cost of living does not reflect the opportunities out there. Yeah. In other words, all countries are going through price hikes, but the means to acquire more or income should reflect that. Like government has increased salaries in Ghana by what percentage? They give them a cost of living allowance increments of 15% earlier, and recently they announced an additional 15% more, so that's 30%. But inflation is way over 50%. You see that inflation is way over that. And remember, these are places where we run what we call a single work shift system, right? Basically, we work from morning to the evening and we are done. From sunrise to sunset, we are done. Majority of our countries in Africa, we sleep throughout the night. But these parts of the world, people work 24/7, not human beings working. There are multiple shifts. Some work in the day, they come home, another set goes in the afternoon, come home, another set go. So you see, the capacity to produce is there. We are producing. There are more jobs. So right now, I start work late evening or early evening. Somebody has gone in to start in the morning. When they are done, I go in. When I'm done at midnight, somebody also goes in. So 24 hours, there are more opportunities for people. But we work from morning, 8 a.m. to 5. Everybody goes to sleep. On weekend, nobody is working. Everybody is going to party. Everybody is going for funeral. Everybody is going for some wedding. Yeah, we can. And especially in a system where things are not gelling like that. Traffic here, lots of productive time. Man, it's hard, man. It's hard. I don't know how you guys are doing it, but you guys know it. Like you say, it's the grace of God, right? Well, however you guys are doing it down there, man, keep it up. Keep it up. It's not easy. Because this money alone, the calls I receive from Ghana, they are calls of surgery, they are calls of school fees, they are calls of this, and these are real stress that people are going through. We empathize with you, and then we pray that we'll be able to make some progress as a continent. It's the most beautiful continent in the world, the best continent that everybody should be coming to, but structures have to be put in place. That is why you cannot just focus on yourself and say you're working and making money. You need to make sure that we demand that government does the right thing. There's no point in you working, making money when the cement you bought yesterday for 2 cedis can just go to 10 cedis the next day with no explanation. When the cement you bought last month can just triple go up and then there is no explanation because the seller just feels like increasing it, right? The government doesn't care. The government doesn't want to know. Like, basically, like somebody got to be out there to make sure nobody is taking advantage of nobody, right? Anyway, that's a Chaka Millionaire and my brother who just came from Ghana. If you saw him and he gave you some dollars there or some cedis, just remember him in prayers as he's here now. Yeah. He's here to work and then replenish whatever he's lost back home, but it was worth it. Now he's here. He says, look, when the wife used to tell him that cost of living in Ghana is serious, he used to tell the wife that it's also expensive here in Canada. But now that he's gone back, he's seen the difference. Eh? According to him, he couldn't wait to enter plane to come back. Oh, senior, wait till you talk.
Oh, it's true, it's true. I was just like, why am I wasting time here? Spending more than... Even the time came that I was like, really? How come I finish all the money here? What if I go back? But the plan was just get back and start working. You work here in a month or two, you'll be back to normal. You'll be back to normal.
It is here. It is my hustler. He left a very good job in Ghana to come here. As he left that job, one employment was created. You see, that one said that job said we leave for Ghana. Says, if you not be lucky, somebody go sell that job, give another person. Charlie, we want Africa to do well, but we need to start asking tough questions. We cannot pretend we are not impacted by the structures of our economy. Everywhere you look, we are impacted. Those of you who have your monies in the bank in Ghana, you know what is happening. Have you been hearing the news? We are not scaring you. A time may come, you may not be able to withdraw your own money from the bank. This is not a false prophecy. The indicators are showing that the economy is grinding down. All right? God bless you. Thanks for watching Chaka Millionaire. Have a good day. Bye.